Today on the channel, it's new Elite time. Mattel WWE Elite Series 82. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and we're back at it again on the channel. We're unboxing my favorites and a lot of your guys' favorites too, Mattel Elite. And we're looking at Mattel Elite 82 John Morrison. John Morrison, we just recently had a John Morrison in the Survivor Series set. I'll actually have that right here. We'll show that. That's his most recent release. As you guys know, I did get an aftermarket jacket for this John Morrison. So that's our most up-to-date John Morrison, or the not most up-to-date, but the most recent John Morrison we've had in the line until now. So I'm very excited for a modern-day John Morrison. This probably represents WrestleMania this year. We'll see. But let's take a look at the packaging first. There he is, old John Morrison right there. Cool that we get an entrance jacket. We'll see how the material is on that one. Also has a brand new, first time I can remember, and I'm fairly certain I'm right, a headband glasses kind of combo there. So I'm anxious to see how that is. Extra set of hands as usual. Got John Morrison down here. We got that new seal on the product there. It's a little weird. We've talked about it before, but I do think it's trying to, you know, with more wrestling competition out there on the shelf, it's trying to tell people, hey, this is not AEW. This isn't something else. This is WWE certified. So there you go right there. Here's the top of the package like we're used to. This is the new packaging that started with the previous set as well, for those of you keeping score at home. Little glamour shot John Morrison. And there's another one of him walking to the ring. And the back of the package, of course, with the rest of Elite 82 down below. John Morrison up there at the top. Got the Elite logo at the top. Let's see what it says on the back here. John Morrison from Los Angeles, California, 215 pounds, 6 feet tall. Career highlights: Intercontinental Champion, SmackDown Tag Team Champion, and ECW Champion. The Guru of Greatness returned to WWE, reunited with his tag team partner The Miz, and reformed the Hollywood Dream Team. Was that what they were called, the Hollywood Dream Team? I don't remember that, but maybe. Don't quote me. But yeah, looking on this one, I look at the package first. No scuffs, no marks, no paint issues as of right now. I could have just jinxed it once we open it, but it looks okay to me. Let's open this bad boy up, see what's doing. Got him there. Got the back. We've seen that background before. Nothing really too special. See you later. Gotta go. Need the razor blade out. He looks like he's strapped in. There's the old plastic prison shot on John Morrison. Very cool looking figure. You know, the other ones, obviously it was younger John Morrison. This is modern day John Morrison. So we got a new head scan. Looks like John Morrison, just a little bit older. That's the way it should be. So there you go. Let's pop these hands out. Pop that out. Gotta cut him out of here. Ooh, these are tight ones too. But didn't cut my finger off that time. One of these days. There it is. Got both of them. Alright, let's pop him out here. Holy cow, he's really locked in. This is like a Marvel Select figure. What the heck? I missed the feet down here. There's one. And two. That should do it. There it is. See you later. Alright, he's got his pose. I love that Mattel is posing figures in the package more and more. That is really good. Once again, super loose ab crunch. There's got to be something that can be done about that. That is super disappointing. I hate a loose ab crunch. Just hate it. You know, we had the Edge in the WrestleMania series that had that issue, and now we got John Morrison in 82. You guys, when you open these, let me know in the comments. Did yours come with a loose torso? I take a little bit of solace in the fact that, hey, he does have a jacket that he'll be displayed on, so it's not going to be as bad. It'll kind of hold him in. Very similar to Edge with that vest. But still, at the end of the day, we shouldn't have these quality control issues that we keep seeing from Mattel. It's really disappointing. Even a little bit of loose thigh swivel on him, but you can see you got all that rock right there. That's just annoying. It would be a lot worse if you had the jacket off. The jacket is like a pleather type material, I would say. I do like the jacket though. I like it more because, you know, they very easily could have given us the traditional Edge or Undertaker plastic molded jacket that have no articulation at all. I'm not a fan of that jacket. I wish they wouldn't do that. I like stuff more like this. This is very similar to that Finn Balor material on his coat. This headband. See how this looks. Looks all right. That's pretty ingenious on their part. They got the headband glasses combo where they're combined. looks actually really good. So I do like that a whole lot. So there's a lot to like and there's a lot to dislike on this John Morrison. Obviously the ab crunch I do not like. The head sculpt, the head scan I think is very good for an updated John Morrison. I also think the jacket is a slam dunk. I really like the jacket on this one. And the paint applications are good. So, but you know, I shouldn't say, hey, we shouldn't be fighting that the paint applications should be bad. It shouldn't be like, hey, all right, the paint is great on this one. We expect it to be good on it. We buy these. We pay our own hard-earned money to get these. We expect the paint to be perfect. And I understand not everything's perfect, but we've had a lot of issues as of late. But there's John Morrison, and then there's older John Morrison. But very cool. A good update. I would strongly recommend this John Morrison. I think this is something a lot of people would end up liking. A very, very cool John Morrison figure. So it gets a pass for me, but just barely because of that ab issue. So there it is. There's John Morrison Elite 82. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're unboxing WWE Elite Series 82 Jerry the King Lawler. Truth be told, the one I'm most excited about in Elite 82 is this Jerry Lawler. We've had older Jerry Lawler, and we've had a more modern day Jerry Lawler, and now we have classic 90s Jerry Lawler, early 90s before the Attitude Era. So a very much must-have figure if you ask me. We don't get a lot of figures from this time frame outside of the Bretts and Shawns. So I'm really happy to get this Jerry Lawler, and it looks awesome in package. Hopefully when we open it up, it'll look just as good. And we'll compare this one once we open it. We'll compare it to some of the other Jerry Lawler Elites in the past. So there you go. Let's take a look at the packaging first. There he is, Jerry the King Lawler. Cool glamour shot down here. Of course, it's WWE certified. Jerry the King Lawler down below. True FX. And then there he is in the package. Extra set of hands. Got a crown. The year of the crowns with Mattel. We got him from Montez Ford. We're going to get a Baron Corbin one. We got, obviously, this Lawler one. What was the other one? Mae Young came with a crown. A lot of crowns going around this year. Could we get another King Harley race? Probably. There's Lawler. That's cool. Lawler on the side. There he is right there. And there he is on the back, and we'll read the back, of course, but there's the rest of Elite 82 below, WWE Elite at the top, little glamour shot, and then a little tail of the tape, and let's read that tail of the tape. From Memphis, Tennessee, of course, 243 pounds, 6 feet tall, career highlight AWA World Champion, WWE Hall of Fame inductee. Throughout the new generation, the King provided color commentary on Raw and clashed with legends like Bret Hitman Hart and Roddy Piper inside the ring. I remember that Piper match. It was very disappointing. I thought that would have been a really good match, but I remember it just not living up to my expectations back then at the time. Truth be told as well, this is probably my second favorite incarnation of Jerry Lawler. I think Jerry Lawler was the bright spot at this time of WWE. This is when I waned the most in the WWE, but I did always love Jerry Lawler's stuff. I've talked about it before on the channel. I grew up on a lot of Jerry Lawler. When the AWA was on ESPN, I also saw a lot of GWF and USWA and stuff like that on ESPN as a kid. And I absolutely love Jerry Lawler. And I talked about my love of the Jerry Lawler and Andy Kaufman feud back in the day, renting VHS tapes of that. Lawler, there was something about Jerry Lawler and another wrestler, Eric Embry. Maybe a lot of you guys don't know about Eric Embry, but something about those two in the 80s, early 90s, more late 80s. Something about them. They didn't look like your typical WWF or WCW wrestler. They weren't hulked up. They weren't big guys. But there was something so believable about them for me as a kid that I viewed Eric Embry up there with like Hulk Hogan. It's crazy to think like that. But that's how good Lawler and Embry and a lot of other guys, even Bill Dundee, a little guy, how great that Memphis time was. I wish I would have lived in Memphis back then, as they had a lot of great wrestling. But anyways, we're talking about Elite 82. So let's open up this Lawler. Let's see what's going on inside here. I'm excited to add this one to my collection. Got it. Typical blue background we've been seeing with the current Elites. As we know, the new packaging started with the last series. See you later. Oh boy. Love this cape. Love the crown. Looking for paint issues with the detailed design on these tights. I can't believe there's no paint issues. I probably just jinxed it as we haven't got it out yet, but there's the old plastic prison for Lawler. Man, this looks like a very solid figure. I don't think, as of right now, this one's not disappointing. There's some extra hands. Let's pop him out, maybe. Maybe get him out. Nope, he's got one holding him in. I missed it. Very clever. They hid that twist tie. There it is. See you later. All right, what do we got going on with this Lawler? Ab crunch is good, thank goodness. All right, just getting him into play here. Oh, I love this Lawler. This is a figure. This is a sleeper. This will count in 2021 figure of the year, since this is technically a 2021 figure. Just got it a little earlier than normal. This will definitely, I can't imagine this not being top 10, just by the looks of it. I love the cape, the Lawler cape, the new crown on his head. What a solid figure. Man, I'm impressed here. He's got one, wow. Even look at that, on the elbow pad, they even got a design on the elbow pad. You don't see that a whole lot. That's a little extra attention to detail that we love. Absolutely love this figure. Absolutely love this Lawler. You know, it helps I'm a big Lawler fan back in the day, like I said. I do love the flashback figures a lot, but that all being said, this is an awesome figure. Just awesome, up against the current stuff, whatever. Just the amount of detail and the touches they put on this one, just absolute slam dunk. We'll compare that one to, here's more of the WrestleMania versus Michael Cole Jerry Lawler. You guys probably remember that match. This is more of a modern day Lawler. Okay, I don't mind this figure. I like the crown, the cape's pretty cool, but the best Lawler of all time for me, this one is actually really close to this, even closer than I thought it would be, but there's no top in this Jerry Lawler. In my mind, when I think of Jerry the King Lawler, this is the Jerry Lawler I think of. This is from the Target exclusive Hall of Champions set. Very similar to this one, however, you'll notice I love that Jerry Lawler facial hair. I should try to dig up. I remember for a while I had that facial hair look because of Jerry Lawler. I thought it was the coolest look. Maybe back in college, probably. But love that Jerry Lawler. But this one with the soft goods, and I mean, it's just a slam dunk figure. It's tough for me to choose, but obviously this is number 3. Strong number 2 to this Jerry Lawler, just because this is the Jerry Lawler time frame of the Andy Kaufman, stuff like that. That's why it's so sentimental to me. But man, this is a close 2. It could be a better figure overall. Very, very strong Jerry Lawler. All the Jerry Lawlers have been strong, especially these two. This is a can't miss figure. You guys better make sure you pick that one up. This is one I would not sleep on if I was you. So there you go. There is Jerry the King Lawler WWE Elite Series 82. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and we continue our look at WWE Elite Series 82 with Finn Balor today. Let's take a peek at the package. There's old Finn Balor. You know, we've had many a Finn Balor over the years, almost to the AJ Styles levels it seems. But there he is, a little glamour shot. You got his name down there. You got the WWE certified. 2 sets of extra hands with this one. So they're all in on the hands. We got a soft good shirt, which we always love. And a new head sculpt. So that's kind of the selling factor of this. This is more NXT, kind of new, modern-day Finn Balor. And we'll do a little comparison with the previous Finn Balor. But there it is on the front. There he is looking mean on the side. There he is side again. And there we go once again. Let's read the back, see what it says. From Bray, County Wicklow, Ireland, 190 pounds, 5'11", Universal Champion, Intercontinental Champion, NXT Champion. The Rogue Prince made his future his past, returning to retrace his steps and reclaim his throne as flag bearer of NXT. So there you go. It's the NXT edition. You know, we've had a lot of Finn Balor's over the years. Obviously, me being a guy, you guys know my saying, I love big wrestlers. I love face-painted wrestlers. I love the Demon incarnations the best. We haven't seen the Demon character in a while. It could possibly be well over a year since we saw the Demon last. I don't know if we'll see it again. I don't know, but I always enjoy those figures a lot more. There's a lot of detail on them. There's only so many Finn Balor's you can kind of have. They all look kind of the same a little bit, especially in the basic line. Luckily, I don't collect a lot of those basics. This one's interesting because of the new head sculpt, of course, the new tattoos. Not all the new tattoos, but at least got the hand tattoo on there, I guess. I don't think we got the one on the arm, but anyways, let's open this guy up. Let's see what's going on with Finn in here. This could probably be the peg warmer of the set. Got that traditional background we've been used to with the last 2 series. See you later. Looking at it, I think I'll leave these hands on here, but boy, look at this. One finger is bent over pretty bad in the old plastic prison. Have to work that one back in. Oh, he does have his other tattoos. So this is the first accurate tattooed Finn Balor. She's just started to get some tattoos in the last year. See you later. This finger is finger is a mess. Look at that. A little bent there. I'm sure that'll easily work back in place. You can heat it up or you can just kind of mold it out. Just pushing it gets it back to where we want it. Looks like straight black trunks with a little Balor logo on the back trunks. But besides that, a pretty plain figure outside the hands. He's got the angry, mean mugging face on him. Torso is extremely tight. Absolutely love that. Nothing worse than a loose torso. A solid figure, but is this the best Finn Balor figure we've ever seen? Probably not. That goes back to his demon incarnations. I do love at the back of his feet there, he's got a little bit of blue. Just a little subtle change of pace there. He does have his arm tattoos. That little dinosaur that looks like my 5-year-old daughter drew it. You can see right there. He's got both of those. And once again, I should mention, I like that Mattel is starting to pose figures in the package. Once again, that was a kind of a hallmark of the early basics and early elites with Mattel. We're starting to see that more and more where they can. That does incur more cost for Mattel as they have to pay for new bubbles and stuff like that that fit whatever decoration they're going for. So I do give Mattel props for doing that. Here's a better look at that hand palm tattoo. So first time we're seeing that, guys. So I do give Mattel some props on this. I do still feel this one will probably be a bit of a shelf warmer out there. I do have another Finn Balor. Oh, here it is. Here's the Finn Balor. I think this was the last release a few sets back. You can still find this one hanging around in his traditional red garb. This smiley, friendly Finn Balor. Got the jacket. I do like the pleather jacket. We see these every once in a while. I prefer these much more than the hard jackets we've gotten in the past with Finn Balor. This makes a lot more sense. Better for posability. Better for you action figure photographers out there as you can kind of adjust and do what you want with this jacket on. Where you get those plastic hard ones, you're stuck in whatever pose that jacket's in. But you can compare these two next to each other. Which one do you like more? Smiley, happy Finn Balor or more heel, kind of tough guy Finn Balor? I think I'm liking this one more. I always like the bad guys a little bit more. Maybe that's just me, but you guys can tell me in the comments your thoughts on that one. So there you have it. That's Finn Balor Elite 82. I do think this will be the peg warmer of the bunch as we've been inundated with a lot of Finn Balors over the last couple of years. But still, all in all, a really good figure that I would pick up. Maybe play the long game. If you're out there and you guys play the long game, this might be one you can play the long game on. So there you go. There's Elite 82 Finn Balor. Welcome everyone, Kyle here and welcome back to the channel. Today we're unboxing WWE Elite Series 82 Alexa Bliss. Alexa Bliss, no stranger to the Elite lineup. She's had a few, a Walgreens exclusive, Survivor Series exclusive, many a different basic figures. And one I'm expecting more figures of in the future. Now that she's aligned with The Fiend on WWE programming, I'm sure we're going to get that version of Alexa Bliss in 2021 for sure. I guarantee it. But here's one of more of Tag Team Champion Alexa Bliss with Nikki Cross from their Tag Team title run. I believe this is the first incarnation of this WWE Tag Team Women's title in Elite form in a package. So that's another one. I could see people buying 2 of these just for that belt. Very similar to that Survivor Series John Morrison Elite that came out just recently. People wanting to get 2 of that belt. You got to buy 2 John Morrisons to get that belt. Same with WCW Steve Austin. So we're seeing a pattern here with Mattel. I think they're saying, hey, maybe we can get people to buy extras of these, which is really smart. I say it all the time. That's really smart for collectors out there. I'm not that hardcore of a belt guy that needs to get 2 belts right away. I'll get them within time. It's no big deal for me. But let's take a look at this Alexa Bliss. We'll compare it against some other Alexa Blisses here too. There it is. Got another posability one. I love it. I keep saying it, but Mattel does a really good job lately posing figures in the package. Got an extra set of hands, of course. There's that title belt we talked about. We got that certified WWE seal down at the bottom. You got Alexa Bliss Glamour Shot, WWE logo at the top, the True Effects logo, and then, of course, Alexa Bliss's name down below. There she is on the side. Looking only like she could look, some would say. And there's the old walk to the ring shot. And, of course, the back of the package. And then you got the whole Elite 82 lineup down there, tail of the tape, and Alexa Bliss. So let's read the back. Let's see what it says. From Columbus, Ohio, finisher Twisted Bliss, 5'1", career highlight Raw Women's Champion, SmackDown Women's Champion, Women's Tag Team Champion, The Goddess found an unlikely friend and tag team partner in Nikki Cross, twice winning the Women's Tag Team Championship. So there you go. Now, my first impressions of this figure, seeing the prototypes a while back, things don't really change. The head scan is just a little off for me, and I think they made her too skinny. Obviously, she's very little, 5'1". I guess I forgot they don't list the weights of the women on here, but she just seems a little bit too shredded up, like she's getting ready for a bodybuilding competition. So that's just a little bit off there. The face, I guess, is okay. It's just something about the eyes, and I think that's part of the true effects. The true effects sometimes is really good, and sometimes it's really bad. This one's more to the bad side, if you ask me. I do like the gloves on this one. They added the gloves, the skeleton gloves she's known to wear. But let's pull it out. Let's see what the plastic prison shot looks like. There's the old packaging, the blue background we've seen. See you later. Yeah, I don't know. You guys tell me what you think. Just something about that eyes looks a little bit off to me. I do see now from the back here, I like the blonde into the pink hair. I think that's cool. I like the neon colors on this one. I think that's also very cool. Let's pull this out. Well, there it is. Knock her out. See you later. There it is. Got 2 extra set of hands. The nails are painted black on the hands. That's a nice little touch. We've got the women's title here. However, I'm looking at it, they misspelled women's. I don't know if you'll be able to see that there, but WOMEHS Tag Team Champion. So that's some quality control issues. I think that goes back to maybe China factory, where maybe the factory workers aren't speaking English possibly, and as they're putting that in, nobody's really checking. They got 1 million of these printed up down the line, and it was too late to go back and switch. But we've seen a lot of errors like that on some of these title belts over the years, so that is disappointing. I know some people that will bug immensely. To me, that's not a crazy big deal because I don't really look that close at these. But really, at the end of the day, how do you miss that? How do you make that mistake? But like I said, some people are going to have some big issues with that. It's okay. It's not the end of the world. I'd rather have that than loose ab crunches or pain issues any day of the week. But boy, this Alexa just looks too skinny. She's just, I don't know, too shredded up, too skinny. Besides that, actually, the eyes and stuff don't bother me as much outside the package looking in close. I don't know if it was that extra plastic barriers in there kind of made it weird to me. But it's not terrible. This isn't terrible. This is actually a better figure than I thought. I still think the waist and her abs, I think she's a little too cut up. But not terrible at all. So there you go. That's I like the neon colors. There's that pink hair I was referring to a little bit earlier. And then you got the pink down there on the boots. A solid figure. I do not hate this one at all. I thought I was going into it thinking it was going to be one of the worst ones. I don't mind it. And I will keep it posed in this hand gesture, I guess you would say. My previous favorite Alexa Bliss Elite figure, a lot of people like that Walgreens exclusive. That's a really good one. Funny story, I actually met Alexa Bliss. My daughters were huge fans, kind of still are, not really. They don't really watch a lot of wrestling anymore, unfortunately. Lost them to the dark side of Roblox and stuff like that. But we did wait in line to meet Alexa Bliss. The kids wanted to meet her. So we met her and we got an autographed Alexa Bliss Elite that's still in my daughter's room. But a lot of people think that's my favorite, or that would be the favorite. But no, it's the Survivor Series. Was this 2019 Survivor Series set, I believe? The time they made the figures ahead of time for the wrestlers of what they were wearing was a pretty cool concept idea, and it kind of went south. But I always liked this figure. I like the mean mugging face, the heel Alexa. I always thought this was a pretty good one. But this one's right up there with it. I don't know. It's really the same body. I think it's just the skin tone and the shading of the paint that makes this one look a lot more cut up. It makes her look like she's getting ready for the Arnold Classic, where this one's just more of normal pale, pasty white color. But all in all, not bad. I've warmed up to this one throughout the video as we've been unboxing it. I went from pretty much totally hating it to, it's okay, the eyes aren't terrible, to, hey, it's really not that bad. The biggest complaint would have to be the women's title, which, like I said, that's not a deal breaker for me, but I know some of you guys out there it would be. It's really kind of unexcusable at this point how you don't catch that, but we've seen worse things. We've seen the John Morrison ab crunch, for example, driving me absolutely nuts. But there you go. There's Alexa Bliss, Elite 82. And then there's the Survivor Series Alexa Bliss. Pick this one up as well if you have not already. Welcome, everyone. Kyle here, and we continue our look at Elite 82 with Rob Gronkowski. Talk about a head scratcher in the lineup. This drives me absolutely nuts. I'm going to get right into it. A non-WWE performer. He was around for WrestleMania this year, so I get it. He had a spot. But he also won the hardcore title briefly. But this is a football player. They don't make everybody. I don't know why they made this. I'm not a NFL football guy. I'm not a Rob Gronkowski guy. So this is a huge miss for me. This is probably one of the worst Elite figures in a long time. Just for as far as concept and what's happening here. You know how many guys we would love to have in the Elite line that we haven't got, that this has taken a space from? That's what drives me nuts with this. I don't know if it's going to sell extra. I don't know if it's going to be a peg warmer. I don't know what this is going to be. It's just really a head scratcher at the end of the day for me. He is going to be definitely back row worthy. We talk every once in a while about being front row worthy in a display. Like, you know, this Ric Flair defining moments right there. That's front row worthy in a display. Rob Gronkowski, he is going to be at the bottom of my detolf, the very top riser in the back corner. He'll be with Mojo Rawley. I'll put Mojo with him. They're buddies that can go together. So that's my plan for the Gronkowski figure. Let's take a look at it, though. So there he is. Got a little glamour shot. You got the hands. You got glasses. He comes with the hardcore title, which we did get with R-Truth just recently. Rob Gronkowski on the bottom. You got WWE logo on the top. The True FX. There he is on the side. Here's the other side. Then there's the back, of course. And then there's Elite 82, the whole lineup below. Now, I get it. Rob Gronkowski is one of the biggest NFL superstars of all time, I think. So I've been told. Just doesn't do anything for me. I mean, nothing against the guy. I just don't want this in my lineup, that's for sure. From Amherst, New York, 268 pounds, 6'6". Career highlights, the 24/7 champion. You think they'd mention Super Bowl championships. But nope, the top highlight for him was that 24/7 title win. The pro football megastar known simply as Gronk walked into WrestleMania 36 as the host and walked out as the 24/7 champion. And I don't know if WWE planned on him going back to the NFL. I don't know if that was in the cards, because I think he was going to be around for a while. They had to get the title back to R-Truth a little ways later. It was just kind of a whole mess. And truth be told, I didn't think he did that great of a job hosting WrestleMania. If we're going to have WrestleMania celebrities, get me that Bob Uecker figure. I'm ready for a Bob Uecker. I want to role play and do an action figure of Mr. Belvedere. Get Christopher Hewitt, Mr. Belvedere in here. We'll get Wesley. We'll get the whole gang going, and we'll have some Mr. Belvedere figures. I prefer that over Rob Gronkowski, but maybe that's just me. But who wouldn't love Mr. Belvedere figures? And while you're at it, let's get Webster figures and Different Strokes figures. I'll buy all of them. I'm not even joking. I'd buy them all. They'll have their own detolf. It'd be great. So let's get me some of those classic 80s shows. And definitely a Bob Uecker figure. Not a Gronkowski. You know, you want to see some sales. A Bob Uecker, that thing will fly off the shelves like you wouldn't imagine. But anyways, let's open up Gronk. Let's see what's going on in here. If I can call him Gronk. It sounds like that's his preferred way to be called. Got that blue background. We've seen it. See you later. I don't know. He's got quite the big head on him. He's got a weird expression. Like he was just surprised. Like he went to the Wendy's drive-thru and they gave him a free Frosty. And he's just, oh my gosh, I got a free Frosty? You're kidding me. That's kind of what it reminds me of. I don't know. I've had that face a few times when you go through the line at Chipotle and they say, you know what, we're going to give you some free, toppings and stuff. And you're like, oh my gosh. That's what that looks like. Got the microphone with him. Got to have the microphone. That makes sense. Extra hands is what it is. Get these glasses out. I'm always worried I'm going to break these glasses when I pull them out. This microphone is in there kind of strange. It's got a bad bend to it, but it's plastic. It'll go back. 24/7. There you go. See you later. All right. You know, I like the soft goods. It's definitely not terrible. Underneath the soft goods, we're looking at just a plain white shirt. This one might be okay for customizers out there if you're looking for a base body of some kind. I could see that being okay. You know, the head sculpt's all right for what it is, but boy, it seems like he's got a little bit of that Jack's later day giantism to his head. It's just really big. Kind of got the Zubaz type feel going on. You can make a sick hawking animal custom out of this. Get rid of this Gronk stuff on the side, but then you get, the Road Warriors, you get their face paint off, and you just put some glasses on them. It looks like the Road Warriors circa 80, getting ready to just destroy a Gold's Gym. That's what I'd like to see. But there he is. There's old Gronk. Definitely not the worst figure. It just doesn't make sense for me. I mean, you could have an awesome, Who am I thinking of? Like, you can have an awesome Mr. Belvedere figure, but it doesn't mean it makes sense in a WWE line, if that makes any sense. His glasses, he's got the Good Brother glasses. Like he's getting ready to go to the ski resort. Here's with the glasses on. I don't know. I don't know what to think of this. And then, of course, we got the 24/7 title. We saw this with R-Truth. I'd like a little bit more shine to these titles. They seem to have took a step back on quality on the titles to me. Maybe that's just me. I'll stick this microphone in his hand. I can relive all the adventure of the last WrestleMania with Gronkowski here. I don't know. Like I said, this doesn't do anything for me. Just because you can make it doesn't mean you should, is what the lesson of this story is, I think, with this Gronkowski figure. Yeah, I get it. Some people might like it, but it just doesn't make sense in the wrestling arena. But where does it open the door to? This isn't quite a Mr. T figure. I mean, you can say, oh, it's no different than Mr. T. Well, he was the main event of WrestleMania. He was also a huge pop culture icon. He was also at a couple Manias. This guy had less than a cup of coffee. It was like a cup of tea with nothing in it. Just like sun tea that sat out on your grandma's porch. He had a cup of that. So I don't know. You guys tell me in the comments. I'd love to know if you were excited for this. I'm sure there's some Patriot fans out there that maybe this has a little crossover appeal to. Or what's he on the Buccaneers now? Maybe there's some crossover appeal there. Just not for me. So I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts on this Gronkowski figure. And then you can't have him without Mojo. We brought up Mojo earlier. There's old Mojo Rawley. What set was this? Fan Central Walmart exclusive from maybe 2.5 years ago. Mojo's one and only Elite. He did get a basic with Zack Ryder, the Hype Bros 2-pack in the basic line back in the day, but not a lot of Mojo representation. I'm guessing not a lot more Gronkowski representation. Do you think we'll get a basic of him? Boy, I sure hope not. Not that I buy a ton of basics, but it just, I don't know, it doesn't make sense to me. You could use this 24/7 title with Mojo if you want to, because he did have it as well. They kind of traded it back and forth a little bit. So there you go. There's Rob Gronkowski. A mixed bag if there ever was one. And then Mojo Rawley. Welcome everyone, Kyle here, and today on the channel we're unboxing WWE Elite 82, Keith Lee. Keith Lee's first Elite figure. This was the one in the line. This and the Lawler were the one I was most excited about. I love Keith Lee. I've liked him for a long time. Really excited for him to get an Elite figure. We did get a basic of Keith Lee. We'll show that here in a bit. But it's first Elite in the line. That's pretty cool. And then on top of that, he is the Chase in Elite 82. I've not had the Chase Elite yet. I like to find those in the stores. It's a little bit of a thrill of the hunt, so I like to be on the hunt instead of paying more for those from the get-go. And it's usually the same figure, just a couple of differences. So it's not that big a deal in the grand scheme of things. It's basically the same thing. But let's take a look at this Keith Lee. Really excited for this one. There he is. I love the thumb where he's pointing, doing the Keith Lee pose. We keep saying in a lot of these videos, Mattel's stepping up their game, design. It's not just a guy standing in the package anymore. They're doing a little bit of an expression, making him feel a little cooler in the package, if you ask me. Does come with this coat down here, his little vest, extra set of hands, of course. You got the glamour shot right there, True FX, WWE logo at the top, Elite Series 82, Keith Lee down at the bottom, and then certified WWE. If there was any doubt, there isn't anymore. There's the old glamour shot. Keith Lee looking only like he can look. And there he is walking to the ring. I'll never forget Survivor Series 2019. I was at the SmackDown, the NXT, the Raw, and the Survivor Series pay-per-view. I was at all 4 of those shows in a row with my daughter, and Keith Lee stole the show those nights. That's really what put him on the map, if you ask me, in the WWE. You got Elite 82, the whole group down below. You got the tail of the tape on Keith Lee, and then the same shot we had on the side. Let's see what it says about him. From Wichita Falls, Texas, 320 pounds, 6'2", career highlight, NXT champion, NXT North American champion. Keith Lee is not just a game changer, he's more than an anomaly. The Limitless One can do the impossible inside the ring. One can't help but bask in his glory. Keith Lee's a personal favorite of mine. A little rough go so far on the WWE roster. I liked him so far better in NXT, but you know, it's a race, not a sprint, as they say. He makes me feel a lot like Vader back in the day. When Vader first came to WCW, it was just like, holy cow, look at this big guy that can move and do stuff that we're not used to. Keith Lee fits that kind of mold to me. So I think that's kind of cool with Keith Lee. Hopefully he has a long, great career and really does some cool stuff. But let's see how his Elite is. How about? Let's open it up. That's that. We got that blue background. We're used to seeing him by now. See you later. Bask in my glory, says his vest. I'm a little worried because traditionally on big figures like this, sometimes you get the sloppy ab crunch, and you guys know I hate a sloppy ab crunch. Let's see. Let's bust him out. The moment of truth. See you later. Oh, we got a tight ab crunch. I love it. I absolutely love it. He's got a weird line on his head. I don't know what that's from. I like this figure, though. A little bit of paint wear in the crotch. But besides that, everything looks to be okay. There it is. Not too shabby. I like that Keith Lee. I like it a lot, actually. Huh. Very good. The plastic feels a little bit lighter. Even though he's a bigger figure, it's like a little more hollow in the chest. I'm sure that's a money-saving thing they do. How do you get this on him? Oh, boy, this is going to be a tough one. I'll have to get this for the old glamour shot. You got to slide this over him somehow. It doesn't zip. Oh, it does open up. Okay. Okay, I was a little worried on that. I was like, there's no way that's just going in, up, and over. It's not going to happen. But let's see. Put him on the old stand here. There he is. I really like that thumb. I like the expressions we can give him now. I do have the basic, of course. We talked about that. This was Keith Lee's first figure. Basic. Now, the funny thing was, his basic, the first figure he had in the basic, maybe it was like 104 basic line. I don't know off the top of my head, but somewhere around there. He also came with the chase figure for that one with the black tights. So it's funny, is his first ever basic, his first ever elite, both coming with in the chase. So that's kind of a neat fact. I don't think anybody else has had that. So that's a little one for the quiz books later on. It'll probably be a Jeopardy question in a couple of years. But I like Keith Lee, like I said, and I like this Elite a lot. I can't wait to get the Chase version. I believe it's got more of a pink hue to it, so a little bit of different colors to it as well. But a very strong figure, and this and the Jerry Lawler both, I went into this thinking those would be my favorite, and I was correct. Those are both my favorite. Jerry Lawler is a really good figure. Check out that one, and then Keith Lee, of course. So there you have it. Mr. Keith Lee, WWE Elite Series 82. It is basic, of course. All right, let's wrap it all up. Let's finish up and tie a little bow around Elite 82. I put them in order of my favorite to least favorite. So starting off, you guys probably knew Jerry the King Lawler. Just an amazing figure. I love the flashbacks. You guys know I love the legends, but I also love this Jerry Lawler. Take that away. It's a great figure, great soft goods, great paint design. The decoration on his tights is top-notch. I love the extra crown. Just a slam dunk. Number 2, Keith Lee. First time in the line elite. One of my favorite current roster guys. Love big figures. Keith Lee's about one of the biggest guys in the WWE right now, so this hits all my bases. Love Keith Lee. Third up, John Morrison. I'm throwing out the ab crunch issue. A very solid figure. Love the coat, the pleather, if you will, on this one. I love the new headband glasses combo. I think that's a cool thing to do, and that's really creative of Mattel, so slam dunk on that. And then Finn Balor, nothing against Finn. We just had so many Finns over the years, especially as of late. He kind of is the peg warmer with AJ Styles at this time. I like that it's the heel face or the more rugged NXT face. He's got the new tattoos, so for you Finn completists out there, Finn collectors, you might need this one just for an updated Finn in your roster, but there's not a ton of meat on the bone differential from some of the other ones. And then lastly, Alexa Bliss. I just don't like it. I think a little darker or a little lighter shade on the plastic color, I guess you would call it, would make her look better. She just looks almost anorexic, unfortunately, on this one. Just looks a little rough, but there it is. But I do like the gloves. Women's title is a great touch. The only issue with that women's title, they misspelled women's, which is a tough factory mistake, and those things happen. We've seen that before with Mattel a few times, but that's how I rank Elite 82. You guys tell me in the comments, how do you rank Elite 82? Are you picking up all these? Are you picking and choosing? You guys let me know in the comments. Don't forget to like the video, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, pumping out new stuff every single day for all of you guys. And for the whole Elite 82 lineup, Alexa Bliss, Finn Balor, John Morrison, Keith Lee, and Jerry the King Lawler, I'm Kyle. I'll see you guys all real soon.